Hi everyone, welcome to the tutorial on probability, and we will be looking at calculating simple probabilities. Okay, so looking at the knowledge organizer for this topic, we are given some keywords and their definitions, and also few examples to go along with that. And there are a few more definitions. So during this video, you can come back to look at a few definitions if you like to. If you don't really understand a particular question, you can always go back and have a look at what it really means. Okay, so just a simple example to start off with. It says Stevie spins a fair four-sided spinner. On the probability scale, mark with a cross the probability that the spinner will land on A. Well, there is one part which is A out of 4. So that is a quarter. So that means if you look at the probability scale, a quarter is between 0 and half. So it will go over here. Okay. And part B says, write down the probability that the spinner lands on C. Well, if you look at the diagram again, there are two sections with C on them. So that is 2 out of 4, which is a half. So C would go on the half. Okay, next example, you can have a go at this yourselves. Pause the video and then come back and check your answer. Okay, so Sophie spins a fair four-sided spinner. On a probability scale, probability scale, mark with a cross the probability that the spinner lands on 2. Okay, so there are 2 2s out of 4 again. So 2 quarters, which is a half. So it will go on half. And then it says, write down the probability that the spinner lands on a 4. Well, there is no 4 on the spinner. So this is going to be a 0. Okay, so next question. And it says the probability of an event is marked with a cross on the probability scale. Write down an estimate of the event. Well, this is like halfway. So this one would be a half. Okay, so question number 4. It says, here is a list of 8 numbers between 1 and 9. One of the number is chosen at random. Write down the probability that this is number 9. Well, there are 9 numbers there altogether. Sorry, there are 8 numbers altogether, and one of the numbers is 9. So it will be 1 out of 8. Okay, question number 5. It says there are 11 pens in a box. 5 pens are red, 4 pens are blue, 2 pens are green, and 1 pen is selected, so it should be 1 over here, is selected at random from the box. Write down the probability that the pen is green. Okay, so altogether there are 11 pens. And how many green pens are there? There are 2 green pens. So the probability of a green pen is 2 over 11. It says write down the probability that the pen is black. Well, there is no black pens in that box, so that would be a 0. Okay, so we done a question 6. So if you want to pause the video and have a go at question number 6 and then come back for the answer. Okay, it says an ordinary fair dice is thrown once. On the probability scale, mark with a cross the probability that the dice will land on an even number. Now, on a dice, it's got 6 sides and it's got numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the even numbers are 2, 4, and 6. So which is 3 out of 6. And that means it's a half. So the cross will go here. And write down the probability that the dice will land on a number less than 3. That means 3 is not included in there. So less than 3 are these two numbers. So that is 2 out of 6. Now you don't have to cancel the fraction down, but you can if you want to, which will be 1/3. Okay, so you can have a go at the next question and then check your answer. Okay, so an ordinary fair dice is thrown once. On the probability scale, mark with a cross the probability that the dice will land on a 10. Well, there is no 10 on the dice because he only has 6 numbers on that. So it will go over here. And then write down the probability that the dice lands on a number greater than 3. Well, greater than 3 are these numbers here, so which is 3 out of 6, and which equals a half. Okay, so again, number 8, have a go, and then check your answer. Okay, so this is the answer. Every single number on the dice is less than 7. And part B, write down the probability the dice lands on a 5 is 1/6. Okay, so again, one more on this kind of question. It says, Sam spins a fair 8-sided spinner. Write down the probability that the spinner lands on A. Well, there are 3 A's on this spinner out of 8, so the probability would be 3/8. Okay, so number 10, it says Raphael buys 1 raffle ticket. A total of 250 raffle tickets are sold. One of these tickets will win the raffle. Each ticket has an equal chance of winning the raffle. Write down the probability that Raphael will win the raffle. So if he buys 1 ticket, so the probability of winning would be 1/250. And it says write down that Raphael's ticket won't or will not win the raffle. Well, there are 249 other tickets, so it will be 249/50. Okay, so number 11, it says the probability of Barry winning a badminton match is 3/8. Work out the probability that Barry does not win a badminton match. So probabilities are out of 1, okay? So that means 1 minus 3/8. Now, 1 can be written as, in this fraction, 8/8, because if you divide 8/8, it makes a 1. Take away 3/8, and the probability will be 5/8, okay? So 5/8. Or you can see this as 3/8 plus 5/8 will make a complete 1. Okay, so number 12, it says the probability of Timmy winning a tennis match is 0.7. Work out the probability that Timmy does not win a tennis match. So again, probability is out of 1, and if you did 1 minus 0.7, it will be 0.3. Okay, so number 13, it says there are 26 sweets in a bag. 15 of the sweets are red, and the rest of the sweets are white. One of the sweet is chosen at random. Find the probability that is a red sweet. Well, there are 26 sweets altogether, and there are 15 of them which are red. Okay, so 15 out of 26. Okay, now have I got a question number 14, and then check your answer. Okay, so I hope you got 11/30 because 12 pens are black, 7 are green. Add them together and then take them away from 30. And because the rest of the pens are red, so the probability of picking a red is 11/30. Okay, here's another one for you to try. There are 53 counters in a bag. 15 of the counters are red. The rest of the counters are blue. And 1 counter is taken at random. Find the probability that the counter is blue. Okay, so it is 38/53 because there are 38 blue counters in that bag. Okay, so number 16, again, have a try and then check your answer. Okay, so there are 17 tickets that Bruce buys, and there are 350 tickets altogether, and find the probability that Bruce does not win the prize. So take away 17 from 350, and which is 333, and that's out of 350. Okay, I think you pretty much have the idea now how to do these questions. So again, pause the video and have a go and then check your answer. Okay, so the answers are, so the first one, half the counters are red, so 4 out of 8 is a half, so the cross goes on the half, and on the probability scale, mark with the x-probability of marble, that the marble is yellow. There's no yellow marbles in a bag, so it's going to be 0, and the probability of a blue marble is 3 out of 8. Okay, so number 18. Okay, it says, here are some numbers, number cards, and one of the card is selected at random. Write down the probability that card has the number 8 on there. Well, there are 2 cards out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 out of 7 chances of getting a card with number 8 on there. And find the probability that the card has an odd number. Well, the odd numbers are 1, 5, 3. So there are 3 out of 7 chances of getting an odd number from the card. Okay, question number 19, it says, there are some counters in a bag. The table shows the number of counters of each colour. A counter is taken at random from the bag. What is the probability of a counter being a green, and what is the probability of counter is not blue? So have a go and then check your answer. Okay, so here are the answers for this question. Okay, number 20 is, in a box of chocolates, there are 11 milk chocolates, 5 dark chocolates, and 7 white chocolates. Charlie takes 1 chocolate at random. Work out the probability that Charlie takes a white chocolate. So add all the chocolates together first. 11 plus 5 plus 7. So 12 plus 11, which is 23. And then altogether, there are 23 chocolates, and the white chocolates are 7. Okay, 7 out of 23. Okay, so the last question on this probability, it says there are red counters, blue counters, yellow counters, and green counters in a bag. And a counter is picked at random from the bag. The table shows the probabilities that the counter will be red, will be blue, and will be yellow, and complete the table to show the probability that the counter will be green. Okay, so again, pause the video, have a go, and then check your answer. Okay, so I hope this is the answer that you got. So the probability is out of 1. So if you add the probabilities given for red, blue, and yellow, that came to 0.9. And then 1 take away 0.9 is 0.1. So the probability that the counter will be a green is 0.1. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and I hope this has helped you with your understanding of working out simple probabilities.